Well. Eric Ebron is still a Detroit Lion as of 410. Maybe they could be working on something late and ask for extension, but I don't believe that to be true because I haven't heard it from anybody, even though the Lions are like the CIA top secret organization of the NFL. But we back. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow back with Motor City Lions Talk. And we in the building. And it's the same old. If it's Matt Miller running it, Martin Mayhew running it, and Tom LeWine, or if it's Bob Quinn, the Lions just continue not to take chances on guys. They continue to want, just not take chances. They want the model citizen. They want to ride the wheels till it fall off. And one reason why, you think they might go for it because Aaron Rodgers is injured. Sam Bradford seems to be injured. And, they already beat Minnesota once. And Chicago Bears are turning the corner. Just need some improved playmakers on the offensive end, on the outside. And, it would be no better time for the Lions to actually go all in and try the NFC North. If they, in my mind, I said if they didn't win this year, it ain't going to happen. With Rodgers and Sam Bradford going down and the Bears having kind of a little downslope, some of their receivers being out. They got a great defense, though, in my opinion. I thought it would be the year that the Lions would actually go for it. They neglected to get a running back. Let's start off there. Jay Ajayi got traded for a 4th-round pick. And it's not like this guy is some over-the-hill running back. This is a guy who ran crazy last year. I think it was only his 2nd or 3rd year in the league. He's still on his rookie contract. And it's a guy that could have helped the Detroit Lions in between the tackles, And he's a top 10 caliber running back. And, and the Lions just, didn't want to make the deal. He don't cost much. They just don't want to take these chances. T.Y. Hilton they was begging for them to take T.Y. Hilton. I understand he did sign a contract not too long ago. But Golden Tate in the contract year. So maybe they didn't want to deal him, or maybe they got plans to re-sign in Golden Tate, or they didn't want to have 2 small receivers there. I don't know what it was, or maybe Indianapolis wasn't interested in what the Lions was offering. But if I'm the Lions and I got this division that's there for the taking, and I already beat Minnesota once, who was the leader of the division, I'll go for both of these guys, man. T.Y. Hilton will give you that downfield threat with Kenny Galladay when he gets back. And Golden Tate and Marvin Jones, you figure that out. I think Golden Tate is in a contract year, so you didn't have to resign him. But it seems the Lions is one cheap organization. And what's the common, denominator in all of this is that the Fords are the owners, and they don't want to take chances. Martha Ford didn't want to take a chance on Joe Mixon because his history. What Martin Mayhew always said, we want model citizens here. And they always, drafted guys off of character, and that's fine. But sometimes you got to take a chance and go get people. The Lions have not been an organization to take any chances, and they've been stuck in the same neutral position since I was a kid. And that's for quite some time now. And Eric Ebron still being on the roster is just a slap in the face. It's an organization that just doesn't take their losses and move on from it. They want to make it work. They want to right their wrongs, but sometimes you got to take a loss to move forward. And that's what Eric Ebron is. We know that you took Eric Ebron over Odell Beckham, Aaron Donald, HaHa Clinton Dix, and a host of other people. All right, we know it was a mistake. You move on from it. This guy's obviously a cancer to the team because once he started dropping balls, everybody else started dropping balls. And like I said, man, it's just time to start over. This was their opportunity to quick fix some things. Plug in a running back in the Ajayi, plug in a receiver in T.Y. Hilton, and kind of, infuse some new talent into the system and make a run at this NFC North. If they don't win the NFC North this year, which they not, in my opinion, I think it's over with by them not making any moves or less than some moves that's last minute. It just tells me that, this core of guys they got, a lot of people might not want to hear from the Lions Nation. I keep it real, don't bite my tongue. The core they got right now is not gonna get it done ever in life again. You expecting guys that's pushing 30, late 20s, early 30 to change and develop in the offense they've been in for 2 years for Marvin Jones and 7 to 10 years for Matthew Stafford and 4 years or 3 or 4 to 5 years for Golden Tate. They are who we thought they were. They're not winners, and that's fine and dandy. They're going to continue to try to rebuild on the run, and it's not going to work. Bob Quinn got to get his own people in here. He got to get his own players in here. And when he got to the Lions, Mike Valente made a great point the other day. He said when he got here, Golden Tate was one of his best offensive weapon. Matthew Stafford was outside of Matthew Stafford. Golden Tate was his best offensive weapon because Calvin was gone. And Glover Quinn was his best defensive player. And that still holds true 2 or 3 years later. You know, he has done nothing to upgrade upgrade the best players in this roster. He hasn't took any chances. He signed Marvin Jones, and I was a big promoter and promoter of him signing here. He had one of the lowest drop rates 2 years before he got injured with Cincinnati. Came here, and he's been a bust. Golden Tate. You know, anybody remember last year when Golden Tate gave up on the team and he was benched? I think that was last year. You know, he's been a bust towards the end of this, and I wouldn't re-sign him. But for some reason, as loyal as the Lions are to sorry players, is as loyal as the fans are to sorry players. So they always justifying what the Lions have been doing. For years, I've been seeing this. For 20-plus years, I've been seeing the fans justify the Lions being loyal to sorry players. They don't, Golden Tate, you know, he's still good. At the end of the day, this dude is dropping balls at critical moments. He been doing that. You know, Stafford to get it together, I mean, 10 years now, he ain't got it together. And you can blame the organization for not supporting him enough, but it is what he ain't got it together. There's a lot of quarterbacks that don't have a perfect situation like Deshaun Watson, you know. Carson Wentz didn't walk into the perfect situation, you know, but they still thriving, right? It's taking Stafford 10 years to reach what they doing now, for the most part. And, you know, Eric Ebron, you know, still people out there that may defend him and you know, whatever it may be. At the end of the day, it's one problem with the Lions and one problem only. It's the owners. It's the Fords. And, you know, a long time ago, old man told me, you know, till the Fords get rid of this team, you know, it ain't going to be nothing again. And I'm starting to believe that, and I hate to believe that, but, you know, since they picked up the Lions have been an instant loser. It was a prominent, proud franchise for the Fords, got them, but it seemed not to want to take chances, and it seems the NFL doesn't want to cut them no slack and do them any favors anyway on the field with the flags and the refs, and we always battling an uphill battle. Sue choked the quarterback the other day, and he didn't get suspended, but if he did that with the Lions, he would have get suspended. So it's pretty much like we the black sheep or the black cat of the NFL. And it's going to take a lot of prayer and a lot of luck and blessings for us to get over that hump. And this year I thought it was impossible.